Welcome everyone to another edition of Mystics Outlook. We got Raymond Lyons, Cardo Dudley Jr. here. I'm Wilson Tarpe Jr. The Washington Mystics, they got a mini road trip this week in Dallas tonight. They held on to beat the Dallas Wings 90-86. That gives them their 10th win of the season, and that gives them their 4th win in their last 5 games. They lost their last game. They rebounded from this one with the win. Prior to that loss, they reeled off 3 straight. We've been talking on this program and on the Focus and with Ray's segment most of the season, talking about despite everything that's been going on, where they stand. Ray, you mentioned a little bit earlier tonight, they had a chance to make up some ground. So your thoughts after them holding on to this 90-86, leaving Dallas with this 90-86 win?
They allergic to making it easy, man. they had a healthy lead coming down the stretch, but man, Dallas came roaring back. But hey, a win is a win. I'm definitely going to take it. The biggest thing coming in this game for me was how are they going to fit on the boards, especially with Shakira still being down in Dallas. They got a pretty healthy front line, man. Between Tierra McCowan and Kalani Brown coming off the bench, then of course Natasha Howard and Satu Sabali. That's a lot to deal with. The Mystics they got out rebounded, but they fought. They threw a lot of bodies at them, and they made it tough. And that's really all you can ask from them in that position. With their efficiency everywhere else, they were able to come away with the win. Emily Ainsley, I mean, she's been taking advantage of her opportunities as she's got them throughout the season, and she definitely showed up tonight. So yeah, man, they did themselves a big favor, and it looks like the other teams they need to lose are in the process of losing. I mean, those games are still early, but yeah, it looks like things could possibly go the Mystics' way in a big way tonight. So they did their part, and that's all you can ask, man. Kudos to them. They just keep handling business down the stretch, then we could see the chips fall their way.
Cardell?
Yeah, the bench, Mystics reserves, specifically Emily Ainsler and Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, combining for 30 points off the bench, 13 rebounds. They were huge. The Mystics bench outscored the Wings bench 50-13. 50-13. That's a hell of a margin in any capacity for in the statistical side of things, man. And they needed it, and also Van Loo woke up. She donut in the loss of the Suns. You can't have your starting point guard not score at all. You know what I'm saying? Unless they just having a hell of a game dishing out the rock, which she wasn't. You can't have that happen. She rebounded as well. Made a fair impact with her game. 11 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. 40% shooting. Ariel Atkins, 14 points. Still finding a way to score the ball. She wasn't efficient, but she found a way to put the ball in the hole enough to help them win. We all, like Ray said, we all knew coming in that the front court battle was going to be tough for the Mystics, with Dolson and, Lee Edwards and even Brittany Sykes. We all know she's banged up, you know what I mean? Got banged up again, but we all knew it was going to be tough. They're huge, man, between Kalani and that's 6'5", 6'6", and then you got Tierra McCowan, that's 6'7". That's huge. That's like the equivalent of having 7'4", 7 feet on the men's side, and inside the paint, man. So we knew it was gonna be tough, but Ainsler, man, she just finds a way. With that double, 19 points, 10 rebounds, and the most encouraging thing is the Mystics had 12 offensive rebounds. You know what I mean? So they was down there fighting. They just ain't allow the Wings to just bully them. They had to earn everything. Even though the Wings won the points in the paint, 48-24, the Mystics were down there competing best they could. And another thing that helped the Mystics' case to pull out this win was they only committed, they only turned it over, 11 times. So you didn't give them too many chances to beat you on top of that. So the only real advantage that the Wings had was their size and, scoring their side or something, because the Messi just couldn't match up. I feel like they did a great job on Sabali and Ogbowale. Those were the two I was most worried about. Like, they go off, it's gonna be tough. And Natasha Howard, Natasha Howard, she had 14, but she was 7 to 18 from the field. Sabali had 12 and 8 and 5, but she was 3-11 from the field. And Ogbowale had 21, but she was 7 to 17. They were inefficient, even though they put up some decent numbers. And like Tierra McCallum was the one constant, 20 and 13. It's tough to deal with, man. She's a load inside, man. Then Kalani came in, that's 10 to 3. So, that's 30 points from your centers, from your front court right there. So all in all, man, the Mystics, they found a way. They fought. Bench came up, hit key threes when they needed it. Gave us a scare at the end. The damn turnover by Van Loo almost made me shut my computer off for the night. But I held strong. But they got the stop and they pulled it out, man. Tough, hard-fought victory, man.
Yeah, like you said, they checked some of the boxes in terms of the little things they had to do to help them. That went a long way. Like you said, taking care of the ball. Because again, the second, not necessarily the second chance points, but most of Dallas's points feel like they came off second chance opportunities because, like you mentioned, that front court was huge. In terms of like their initial offense, Washington did a pretty good job bothering folks, but like you said, it's hard as hell for any team in a W to keep that front line off the glass. It's damn near impossible. And we saw during some spurts, even late in the game, it was just off offensive rebounds. Like, to a degree, it's like, hey, I'm boxing out. 6'7" is 6'7". Like, especially on this side of it. It's huge. You told McCown, like, that front line is crazy. McCown, Sabali, Howard.
Yeah.
That's nuts, dude. Probably what? Two of the three of them need two people to box them out. There's only 5 people out on the court. And the 3 of them get to be out there same time more often than not. You asking a lot out of your guards to try to chip in and help. Like, that's a hell of a front line. That said, you made up for it. What was that number? You said 50. That margin was 50 to 13 off the bench.
Points, yeah.
That was huge. Like, you only won by 4, but look, you won by 4. If that's 10 less points, you might have walked out of here with an L.
And not to get you all to throw in there, the free throw shooting. Yes, lights out, 94%. The Wings were 76%. But the Wings were 20, 25, it looked like? 20 or 25. No, 20 or 26. And the Mystics were 16 17. So, I mean, Wings make a few more free throws, it's a different ballgame. And the fact that the Mystics made all of them, damn near made it, they only missed one, saved them. And then they're like, we always say the little things, man. You got to take care of the little things. When you're battling injury, you're not healthy, you're not full strength. And then they took care of the little things tonight.
Again, the little things. How many times this season have we talked after the game about the little things costing them games? Little things saved them tonight. It was literally the difference. Obviously, that bench margin is insane, but little things was everything, man. Like, it was huge because, again, there was a place that you couldn't do anything about. That front line.
Ainsley, man. Ainsley. Like,
she's been on a tear.
Right. She does it all. She's scrappy. She's going to go on the rebound. She can score from all 3 levels. But the thing is, if you look at it, you want to think she can guard like she can guard like 2 through 4. Even some 5s. Now, yeah, you ain't gonna stop McCown. She's just too damn big. But some of the 6'4" bigs and stuff like that, you can put her on there like she scraps. She just competes. You know what I'm saying? Her, look, with her and Melbourne on the court, the energy changed, bro. All they know how to do is compete. Like Melbourne you can't even screen her. So like she just don't stop competing, and it's contagious. So when they out there scrapping and all that, you gotta elevate your energy, man. Or you the problem.
Especially, I can only imagine what it's like. Do you want to be the person that's on the court with them when that second unit comes in? It's not moving with the same tenacity or energy on screen. You want to stick out something crazy.
Not with that GM watching. Be about it. Be out of the job.
couldn't be me. And again, like you said, man, just that second unit's been big. And shout out to Carly Samuelson getting back. I know she's still trying to work her way back, but again, every little thing helped in this one. Every little thing. You guys mentioned Inkster several times, so I'm just going to put player of the game up. I feel like that's where we all going, I assume. Or okay, cool. All right. We'll make this easy tonight. X Factor, what other player off that second unit do you guys choose?
Yes. Yeah, you gotta go with Shatori. Gotta go with Shatori. Because they needed the buckets, though, and they came through, man. Like, it's simple. They needed it. They needed to score, man.
Yeah, the bench was the difference in the game, and them two put in the most work. So there you have it.
So the bench had 50. They responsible for 30 to 50. Yeah. Sometimes 1+1 is 2, man. Shout out to the Washington Mystics for taking care of business tonight against Dallas. That gives them their 10th win. We'll see how things shake out a little bit later tonight in terms of the standings. Heading into Thursday's game against the Mercury. So again, but for Washington, hard-earned win, little wild down the stretch. But again, they need every win they can get. No bonus for style points. We'll see you guys following Thursday night's game. I think that one starts at 10.